Welcome to Salad with a Side of Fries. I'm your host, Jen Trepic, talking wellness and weight loss for real life. We're here to clear up the myths, misinformation, bad science, and marketing to teach you how to eat and how to cheat. Are you ready? I'm having salad with a side of fries. This week, we're talking about Realsy peanut butter dates. So these are a package of 3 medjool dates filled with peanut butter. And my friend Stephanie, who's joined me on some episodes, found them at LaGuardia Airport. And I was like, send me a pic of that package. I'm going to look for them on my next trip. And I put them on my list for us to talk about them because, as we do when we find food products, there's no better place to investigate them than together in a Nutrition Nugget bite-sized bonus episode. So here we are. Now, as always, I want to know, are they as awesome as they seem? And when I went to their website, I was curious about their branding because the name Realsy, I don't know. I mean, what's it about? Honestly, with marketing, I'm always looking for the claims versus the reality. And so I always start with the marketing. And I went to their story. So I will say it's very forthcoming. It feels kind of Gen Z in how much detail they gave, but it's very human. They're telling you the whole story. I'm going to give you the short version. So co-founders Austin and Sophia met their senior year of college. They were both passionate about health, wellness, and food. And at this point, I was like, okay, we're going to be friends, right? I was like, by the way, that's me, not, their story. But I was like, okay, I'm vibing with you. All right, so then they started a food truck business that was like smoothies, acai bowls. That turned into brick and mortar locations on college campuses. Then the pandemic happened. All of those food stores shut down. The food trucks shut down. They tried to do frozen versions and it didn't really work, right? Obviously, shipping frozen things is very complicated, but they liked the consumer packaged goods thing. So then the combination of like dates with nut butter was taking over the internet. And they thought, how could we make these more portable? So they ended up closing their other businesses, going all in on this one. It was all about nutrient-dense, delicious, convenient, free of harmful additives. They traveled to meet with farmers to make the product and everything they do better. And that's Realsy. So they say, and now this part, I'm just going to read directly from their site. They said, over time, our business has evolved substantially, but our mission and focus has remained the same. We strive to provide nutritionally dense and delicious snacks to people who believe food should be how nature really intended. We take it past better for you to create genuinely good for you snacking. Think ingredients as simple as a fresh produce, but exciting, novel, and uber easy to take with you wherever you might be headed. Our commitment to using real ingredients in every product we offer you is unwavering, and we can tell you that for Realsy. And then I guess this is their tagline. It says, keep it Realsy, feeling fresh, farm to shelf. So honestly, in this, they are speaking my language. So if you listen often, I will often say that something like a packaged food is a healthier version of something versus saying that something is healthy or health promoting, right? So like I'm thinking of our episode where I did that Costco haul. A lot of those, like the potato chips even, like those are healthier versus saying a health food or a health promoting food. So anyway, they were speaking my language. I have high hopes for this one. So let's look at those nutrition facts. 1 serving per package is 3 peanut butter filled dates, 180 calories, 4 grams of fat, of which it's a half a gram of saturated fat, 32 grams of carbs with 4 grams of fiber, 27 grams of sugar. So that's how you get your 32 grams of carbs, and then 5 grams of protein. So before we analyze this, let's just look at the ingredients. The ingredients read organic medjool dates, peanuts, sea salt. So it's interesting because it's a simple snack. The ingredients are fantastic. It's less than an ounce of protein, 4 grams of fiber I like, 4 grams of fat is relatively low given, nuts being in there. And yes, the sugar that's there is the naturally occurring sugar in dates. And so this is where I'm going to recommend going back to our nutrition nugget on dates, because the bottom line of that story is that we still want to watch our quantity, right? So typically a serving size of dates is 4. This one is 3. And, I think everybody's experience is different. Some people may not experience a blood sugar spike and drop from this, but some might. And so maybe you want to eat 2 instead of 3 if you do experience, a spike and crash in blood sugar. Or maybe 1 is the right serving for you. The other thing I want to point out is that with the 4 grams of fiber, 5 grams of protein, and 4 grams of fat, I'm not sure I'd call this a snack the way they do. Like, this would hold me for an hour if I was hungry. Maybe, right? To me, this is really your healthier sweet treat, a fun travel snack at the airport, like where Steph found it. By the way, the distribution is way wider than I thought. On their website, you can find all the places that carry them. I was very impressed. They are actually, considering I'd never heard of them, they are in a ton of places near me. I don't know, maybe I just don't go grocery shopping. So there's that. Anyway, lots of places to find them. You can go on their website for that. All in, they're naturally gluten-free, vegan. I like that they're direct from the farm, super simple ingredients, super straightforward nutrition facts too. No additives or stabilizers or anything like that. No added sweeteners of any kind. We do get nutrients from dates and some from the nuts as well. They also have almond butter, not just peanut butter, and they have ones with chocolate. What I liked about that is they basically just added cacao, so it didn't even change the nutrition facts, which I think is interesting. So this could be great, not just when traveling, but, if you want to have a little something or you kids want something, you could add them as a topping to Greek yogurt or chia pudding, right? Like, great options, lots of things. They say on their site, nutrient dense for Realsy, and all things considered, I think I'm a fan. Right? Just make sure you know yourself and, are choosing the best quantity for you. And for what it's worth, I'm going to keep an eye on this company. I think we are like-minded for sure. I'm curious to see what else they come out with. And tell me, have you tried them? Where are you finding them? All the good things for Realsy. All right. Well, as always, everybody, I'm your host, Jen Trepeck. Connect with me on Instagram or all social media. I'm at Jen Trepeck, JenTrepeck. Website is asaladwithasideoffries.com. Pick your platform, send a message. I love hearing from you. Really, your takeaways, your ideas, your questions. It's the best part of my day for you to write in. So please do. And friends, if you are not already, join our membership by going to glow.fm/saladwithasideoffries to show your support for this podcast, this community, and your health. You'll get this week's recipe for the 20-minute shredded chicken verde and 20% off from Dr. Dana's nail care products. Dr. Dana, our featured guest this week. Well, friends, that's it for today's episode of Salad with a Side of Fries. Congratulations for making yourself and your health a priority. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to click subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform. Share us with a friend, and we'll be back next week. Always remember, you deserve it, and you are worth it. Happy healthy.